We all know generative AI is amazing at creating text, images, even code. But what's the next big step? Well, the new frontier is getting AI to generate something we use all day, every day: user interfaces. And to really get why this is such a game changer, we have to start with a frustration I think we've all felt. You know the feeling, right? You're typing back and forth with a chatbot, just trying to get one simple thing done, and you feel like you're going in circles. It's that experience that really sets the stage for a much, much better way of doing things. Okay, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got that clunky, old-school text conversation for booking a table. What day? What time? Oh, sorry, we don't have that. It's just slow. But now look at the right. Instead of all that back and forth, the AI agent is smart enough to just generate a simple, clean form. That's the core idea, getting straight to the point with a visual UI. And that really gets to the heart of it. For AI to be truly useful, to be a real partner in getting things done, it needs to do more than just talk. It needs to learn a whole new language, the language of user interfaces, so it can give you the perfect tool for the job, right in that moment. So, that problem gets even more complicated when we zoom out a bit. We're heading towards a world where it's not just one AI agent, but maybe several of them, from totally different companies all needing to work together to help you. And that's when the stakes get a whole lot higher. So, this brings up a really critical concept called the trust boundary. Just think about it for a second. If some agent from another organization needs to display something inside your app, how do you do that safely? You can't just open the doors and let it do whatever it wants. There has to be this secure wall between your trusted app and that outside, untrusted agent. For a long, long time, the go-to solution for this was something called an iframe. It's basically like putting a little window into another website inside your app. But as you can see, that method is just clunky. It's heavyweight, it usually looks totally out of place, and from a security standpoint, it can be a real headache. What we actually need is something modern. Something lightweight that feels completely native to the app and is secure from the ground up. And that solution has a name: A2UI. It's a brand new open source project that was built specifically to be this new universal language for AI-driven interfaces. I absolutely love this quote from the project's creators because it just nails the whole idea. Safe like data, but expressive like code. You get the security and predictability of sending simple data, but with all the power and flexibility you normally only get by writing code. It's really the best of both worlds. So how does it do it? Well, here's the secret sauce. A2UI never sends risky, executable code over that trust boundary. No way. Instead, the agent sends a simple blueprint. Think of it like a set of instructions. It's just a description of the UI it wants, like, hey, I need a button here and a drop-down menu over there. Your app takes that blueprint and is the one that actually builds it, using its own safe components. All right, let's dig into the core philosophy here. There are really three big ideas that make A2I so effective and secure. Okay, first, it is absolutely security first. Because it's just a data format describing what the UI should be, not how to make it, you avoid a ton of nasty security problems. Second, it's built for AIs. The format is super simple for a large language model to create and, this is key, to update in real time as a conversation changes. And third, it's framework agnostic. That same blueprint can show up as a perfectly native component on a website, in a Flutter app, an Angular app, you name it. And this is the part that developers are really going to appreciate. Your application is always in the driver's seat. It keeps a catalog of its own pre-approved, trusted components. The outside agent can only ask for things from that approved list. This means you have total control over the look, feel, and most importantly, the security. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't just some cool concept floating around. A2UI was built from the very beginning with major partners to solve their real-world problems. This is already out there, being used today. And when you look at who's on board, you can see this is serious business. We're talking about collaborations with tools like Copilot Kit, Google's experimental Opal app builder, Gemini Enterprise, the Flutter team, and folks all across AI-powered Google. There's some real power behind this project. And you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to what their partners are saying. Vijay Menon, who's the engineering director for Dart, puts it perfectly. The key phrase here is high-quality, native feeling experience. That's the holy grail, right? Getting UI that feels like it truly belongs in the app, no matter who or what sent it. So, you might be wondering where A2UI fits into the whole landscape of tools. This table lays it out really well. You've got older methods that treat UI like a resource and stick it in an iframe, which we know isn't really native. Then you have amazing tools like OpenAI's Chat Kit, but they're often built for one specific ecosystem. A2UI's sweet spot is that it's a native-first blueprint designed from day one to be cross-platform and interoperable. So, what does all this mean for the future? Well, the most exciting part is that A2UI is an open project. Its success is going to come from the community, which means this is an open invitation for you to get involved. Right now, the project is at version 0.8, and that number tells you two important things. First, it means it's already been battle-tested and hardened through a lot of real-world use. But it also means it's still evolving, with plenty of room to grow based on what the community needs. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, getting involved is super easy. You can jump over to A2UI.org and read through the documentation. You can pull down the GitHub repo and play with the samples, or you can even contribute directly to the open source project. It's all out in the open, even the public roadmap of what they're building next. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. We started this whole conversation with a simple idea, an AI generating a form. But let's take that idea all the way. What if, in the future, our apps could literally build and rebuild themselves on the fly to perfectly match what we need in that exact moment? That's the incredible future that a universal language like A2UI starts to make possible.